Principle 6. Individually, we're one drop. Together, we're an ocean. There can be no denying that separate, siloed, non-integrated solutions, social solutions, often fail to achieve any meaningful or lasting transformation, the transformation they seek, simply because they overlook the interconnected and multifaceted nature of human needs. Vulnerable and isolated families become even more vulnerable and isolated as they find themselves shunted from agency to agency and required to attend numerous clinics for the multiple but always interlinked problems in their lives. They're forced to meet with unconnected organisations that are staffed by officers they don't know and therefore can't trust. Already facing a range of issues, these families, these children, now also find themselves navigating a complex and confusing array of service systems and networks. And everything about all of this shouts, "You're a number, you're a case," rather than "You're a person, you're a child, you're a family. We respect you and we're here to listen to you, really hear you and to support you." The whole process just robs people involved, those it aims to empower, of agency or any sense of self-respect. How have we ended up with so many multi-agency meetings about every vulnerable child or family, which last longer than the amount of time any of the professionals in that room for that discussion will ever spend with the child or family they're talking about? Why are we surrounding some vulnerable children with 10 and sometimes more different professionals from different agencies where none of them actually takes the lead or builds a trusted relationship with the child concerned? Why do our systems do so much to stifle relationship building and hold back innovation? And why are our systems so risk averse? In contrast to this approach, through the work of Oasis across the years, I've learned that when a broad range of services is delivered in an integrated and a relational and a community-led manner, it has the impact far beyond any of its individual elements. The needs of children and their families can't be addressed in individual silos that are not connected. An educational silo, a social services silo, their emotional needs, their economic needs, their spiritual needs, their physical needs, all met by different people in different ways. That's why we need an integrated system, rather than all these disjointed and ineffective and over-expensive muddles that we have at the moment. Work that is not holistic will always be suboptimal, simply because it dismembers an individual's interdependent needs. And in that regard, I'd like to talk a little bit about the problem of service delivery, as it gets called. Grant money is made available by central or local government or some other big sponsor for a narrowly defined and timed piece of specific work. 2 years' money to work with people who are obese, for instance. This is all about putting money into specific initiatives and getting quick results. The problem, though, is that all of this is blinkered to the wider needs of the community and the people that any initiative is aiming to reach in the first place. And it's blind because it simply employs people not to notice these wider needs. Because of this, it tends to deal with symptoms, with addictions, with health and weight issues, etc., rather than ever exploring the causes of these poverties. It tends to focus on the presenting needs of the day, what's being paid for, rather than making the necessary investments to reduce tomorrow's risk. And then, of course, when the money runs out, it's gone too. Genuine community development requires a longer-term approach, one with a much wider lens, because the currency for long-term systematic change is trust. And trust comes through taking time to form healthy relationships rather than frantically running programs, holding meetings and making assessments in order to get the right ticks in the right boxes. It's the difference between service delivery projects and authentic community engagement. Individually, we're one drop. Together, we're an ocean. It's time for government in all its forms to wake up to this great truth.